Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is gonna get us copyright.
Watch the show. No.
It's the Tryforce.
So, Rain, even though this is our solo project, our team up, our superhero team up, one of the other podcasts that we've actually been able to be on together has been Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
And we don't both enjoy a card game. But this season of Teen Titans deals with a pretty intense betrayal. So I wanted to share a childhood betrayal with you because I was I was watching.
I love
Teen
story
Titans
time.
I was a child while watching Teen Titans. So I was I have ADHD. I'm what you might call excitable, I feel.
Really? I would have never guessed.
Don't look at me like that. But yeah, so I guess I tend to get enthusiastic and wrapped up in things. So a friend of mine, when you watch the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, you think about the big names, the big monsters. You want the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I had a friend trade me a completely useless card, claiming that it would destroy my Blue Eyes White Dragon, and it did not. So, it was really tragic. Penguin Soldier. If you look it up,
hold the phone. Take the phone and fucking hold it, okay? Because you know I ran a fish deck, and your girl ran Penguin Soldier, and I could in fact destroy the Blue Eyes. Catch me. Meet me on Master Duel or whatever this new fucking game's called.
Oh my god, I can't wait. And I think one of the best things I loved about the Teen Titans series was Beast Boy and Cyborg playing games together, which definitely can be our energy playing two-player games together.
Oh, yeah. A thing we've never done, but also definitely our energy.
We can try. We can definitely try. I would like that a lot. But
you're in the area. We can do it now.
Yes, I'd love that. But I'd love even further to get into Season 2 of Teen Titans.
Can you believe that season came out in 2004? I feel like I'm aging myself every time we do, like, something that we're like, oh, we watched this as a kid, we should talk about it, like when we do Yu-Gi-Oh! Or this, or like you guys are doing, like, Samurai Jack.
Oh my god, yeah.
I fucking look at them, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god, am I that old? Y'all really... Like, we're sitting down, and, like, I was like, oh, let me pull up, like, the episode bios, and it's like, the first season is in 2003. This one's in 2004, and I'm like, oh, my
good sweet lord.
I'm like, I don't even know what grade I was in. We were still in, what, primary school? Like, what
Probably.
the fuck?
I feel as though I still believed in Santa Claus while I was watching the first season of Teen Titans,
Yeah, I feel like that's really possible. I'm, like, trying to, all right, my little brother was, like, 1 or 2, like, when these were coming out. Like, what the fuck?
And a wild factoid that I don't think a lot of people know is that this season of Teen Titans is based on the comic, The Judas Contract, which then goes on to get its own film a couple of years later. So that's pretty wild.
I did watch that film. I just want everyone to know.
Based on the comics, old school. The story arc and episodes of the second season focus on Beast Boy. Thank God.
As they should.
Prime content. Focus on Beast Boy and Tara, sweet girl.
Queen.
While highlighting their relationship and Beast Boy's trouble accepting Tara's betrayal of the Teen Titans. Spoiler. Way in advance, folks. Tara's ultimate betrayal and redemption, along with her battle with Beast Boy and the other Titans, occur in the 2-part season finale. A lot of fun. So, I feel like the first season of Teen Titans was pretty wacky. It had its dark moments, right? It had like the Fixer episode and all sorts of
really
nonsense.
Weird puppet episode. I'm still mad about the puppet episode. I feel like season 1 really sets up such a good, like, narrative for the rest of the seasons that come out. Because I feel like a lot of the times when you have, like, kid, in quotes, like, kids shows,
right,
they're very, like, oh, we're gonna do all of our introductions really quick. Here's your first, like, 1 or 2 episodes are like, intro, and we're, like, not gonna, like, do more than that. but I feel like the whole season 1, you're really getting these like deep dives into the characters, and it's not just here's 20 seconds on Beast Boy, here's 20 seconds on Starfire, here's 20 seconds on Raven. Like, you get to know each of these characters, so when you move into the next season, like this season, where there's such like a deeper storyline going on, you're not going, I have no emotional connection to these characters. You're going to be like me and be like, oh my god, I love Beast Boy so much, why are they doing this to him? And like be a big baby and cry.
I know what you mean. It doesn't get formulaic. It doesn't get like My Hero Academia, where they're like, "Here's this person," this is what they do. But you basically get to kind of go on these crazy rides with these characters. And I think that looking over the episode list for season 2, it seems like this one is firmly like it's got its story, but it's also got its out there episodes, including my favorite Teen Titans villain. Only for the reason that he has the dumbest objective known to man. We're going to get into him in season 9, episode 19, excuse me. But
I was about to be like, season 9, damn.
I do that all the time. I try to keep the people informed, Rain, but I can't read them. I can't read the numbers good.
It's a big mood.
So this is overall episode 14, starting us off January 10th, 2004. What a way to start the year.
I was 10. I was 10.
True. Episode title, How Long is Forever? Oh my god, yes. We've been waiting for this one. Starfire is trying to commemorate the Tamaranian holiday, Blorthog.
Hey, don't you shit on Blorthog. Right.
Happy Blorthog. So
we
good.
should celebrate Blorthog.
Every year. The Festival of Friendship. When Warp, a villain from the future, comes back in time to steal an antique. That's pretty dope. A villain from the future.
They really started off this season strong. They went time travel, we're doing it.
Out the gate. When Starfire charges at him, she finds herself stranded in the future and finds that much has changed for her friends and only for the worse. Oh my god! I remember this episode.
Okay, when I sent you the link, right, this was the only bio I had read, because I just wanted to make sure that the bios were there so we could be prepared. And I was reading it and I went, oh my god, I remember this episode. And I remember, like, being a fucking kid and, like, seeing this. I was, like, heartbroken for Starfire. I was like, oh my god, what went so wrong that this happened to you? And, like, fucking... do you remember, like, Beast Boy is, like, in the cages at the circus?
He's just in a zoo, zoo circus.
And he's like, Star, listen, like, I'd love to come help you, but that's just not what we do anymore. And, like, Cyborg is in a room attached to, like, an old-ass generator.
Yeah, he can't leave Titan's Tower. He can't leave Titan's Tower, otherwise he'll die, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, they went, oh, you wanted a, what? The second season?
What?
Grab a tissue box. We're gonna this one's gonna hurt. This one's gonna hurt.
Correct. And they are DC literate in the fact that Robin ends up becoming Nightwing. And I'd like to officially amend my previous statement in the previous podcast that it is in fact Dick Grayson, because as Puma corrected me on Twitter, he turns into Nightwing, which is specifically Dick Grayson.
I would like everybody to know that when I was younger, I didn't know what Nightwing was. So this episode fucked me up a little bit because I was like, why isn't he Robin anymore? That doesn't make any sense. Everyone else is the same. But I was a kid who wasn't into comics. And like my brothers weren't into comics. They were more into like anime and manga. So nobody was there to explain this to me. It was only, no joke, after I met you that I kind of put the two together, because you were like, oh, I have like the Nightwing symbol in my car, and I was like, oh my god, I know what that is now.
I love that.
Thank you, Z, for making me
honor.
Thank you, Z, for making me a bigger nerd than I already was.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, that's my boy. I love me a little thick Dick Grayson, man. That's my boy. So yeah, I don't remember what happens to Raven in this episode, but it's likely equally heartbreaking. So I think we could probably move on.
I think that she finds Raven. Raven is also in the white room. Do you remember? It's like just a giant white room.
Yes.
And she's just in that. And then like eventually they all come together at the end and they're like, no, we're gonna help you. And then and what ends up being the cause of this is that Starfire went to the future.
Ridiculous.
But in their timeline, she doesn't come back.
Yeah.
So they
wild.
all are like, oh my god, if we get you back, this doesn't happen to us. And they all have a little change of heart. And they're like, we're going to help. And Cyborg doesn't die.
Send you back to the past. Let's fucking go. Yeah, pretty pleased that this horrid future doesn't pan out for the Titans.
I'm so glad this is what they went. They were like, really, they said, we're going to give you a great season 2 start.
Here you go. Episode 15. Every dog has his day. Second episode of the season. Being ignored by his busy teammates, as he often is, Beast Boy feels left out. So he wanders the town, eventually wandering it by turning into a green dog. To his surprise, he crashes into another green dog that is pursued by a flying saucer. The saucer picks up Beast Boy by mistake, and the owner gives Beast Boy more attention than he would like.
This is, no jokesy, one of my favorite episodes of all time.
Please talk about it, because if you held a gun to my head or paid me right now, I don't remember this episode at all.
Okay, so this episode, right, like the bio says, Beast Boy wants to, like, hang out. Everyone's busy. They don't want to, like, hang out with him because they're all doing their own shit. I think, like, Starfire and Raven are, like, doing some meditation shit. Robin is training, and Cyborg's like, no, I gotta fix my car, dude. Like, get the fuck out. I'm not hanging out with you. So Beast Boy's like, cool, I'm gonna go wander the town. He sees a bunch of girls. They're, like, fawning over a dog. So he's like, wait, I could be a dog. But they're all like, dude, this is a green fucking dog. Ew, disgusting. He runs into that other dog, and that other dog can talk and just, like, fucking barks at him, though, and leaves. And I don't know if you remember, he's kind of, like, looks like a giant, like, stone. Like the big alien.
I have no idea.
Oh my god. He picks up Beast Boy and he's like, oh my god, Puppy, I found you, Puppy. I'm gonna bring you back to the ship. And that's exactly how he talks. That is a 100% accurate interpretation. I'm really good at that. And he brings him back to the ship and he, like, ties him up on a leash. So Beast Boy goes, oh, I'll change back into my normal form and he'll let me go because I'm not his dog. And he goes, you're even better than my dog because you can be other animals.
Oh no, yeah, not a good.
And, like,
move,
he like electroshocks him and, like, makes him keep changing into other animals. It was first of all heartbreaking, but you kind of, like, see, like, Beast Boy's like, this is not what I wanted out of my day. And then all the Titans go to find him because they're like, no, where's Beast Boy? He wanted to hang out. I'm done with my thing. I can hang out now.
Right.
And literally they find the other dog, and then the other dog is like, oh, I guess I should go back. But he speaks with, like, a British accent or something. Like, he's so, like, formal. And he's like, yes, I am the dog. But now, when I get back to the ship, you will be the dog and I will be the master. And literally makes this giant alien run around like a dog and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Top-notch episode. I really recommend if you're looking for something a little stupid after that heartbreaking episode. I got you. It's this one.
you think
top-notch. I also... it's so funny, and it's just, like, the fact that I can, like, remember. I'm, like, inside my head, I'm seeing the episode play.
That's
in, like,
good,
full.
man. Because I was a blank on this one. Like,
yeah, no, it's one of my favorite episodes, but also Beast Boy's, like, my favorite character. So of course I'm like, the Beast Boy episodes, yes.
Do you think they fucked up? Do you think they meant to release this episode first?
No.
Do you think they're like, we'll lead with the dog episode, and then we'll do the future episode?
No, I bet you they were all sitting, right? They're all sitting in like their meeting room, and someone's like, all right, listen, I'm gonna pitch you guys the first episode. It's the dog episode. Someone else goes, listen, we just got greenlit for the second season. I think we should make them regret their choices. So what do you mean? We throw the dog episode out? No.
Keep the dog.
We'll make that episode 2. But I think we should take the heartbreaking episode that was supposed to be episode 5 Yeah, make that episode 1. Really make them regret giving us a season 2.
Right up front. Why build up? Oh my god.
Yeah, we shouldn't lead up to that moment? No. Just fucking tear their hearts out. And then we'll follow up with the dog episode so they come back next week.
Right. Well, not leading them into a false sense of security. Leading us into episode 16, perhaps one of the more important lore episodes of Teen Titans, Terra.
A fucking queen!
The Titans spot a young girl being chased by a giant scorpion-like creature and prepare to rescue her, only to see that the girl possesses tremendous powers and was merely luring the scorpion into a trap. She reveals her name to be Terra and has the power to control the earth and all of its forms, as if you couldn't tell by the Terra choice of name.
I would have never guessed.
I didn't know. I always thought her name was Tara, and she just hadn't chose a superhero name for herself when I was a kid.
Oh my god, no. There's Terra. There she is.
There's Tara.
My problem, right? So, like, because her name is Terra, and I really like Kingdom Hearts, there's a Kingdom Hearts character named Terra.
I'm familiar.
And I, being the nerd that I am, the minute he was announced, I was like, oh, that means Earth because of the girl from Teen Titans.
That's right.
Everybody else in the fucking cafeteria, Brain, shut the fuck up. Me, no.
So it seems, however, that Terra has a terrible secret, or perhaps a terrible secret.
Oh my god, I'm going home. Me in my house, I'm going home.
She has a terrible secret, with Slade showing interest in her. Yeah. So unfortunately, we get this whole episode of Terra being cool, being fun, Beast Boy's like, kind of like flirting with her, and then we learn that she's dirty out the gate, like that she's in cahoots with Slade, and we're like, no, fuck!
I think, but that's not even what her, like, I think, like, the whole point of, like, the episodes, like, the first one, right, with her, isn't it that she can't control her powers? Isn't that, like, her big secret? And then Slade's like, oh, I want you, right? And then we find out that she actually does start working for Slade, if I'm remembering the timeline correctly. It has been a hot minute, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
Can't quite tell. So, either way, Slade is showing...
Because I know she doesn't know how to control her powers. I remember that being a plot line, because I remember Beast Boy being like, it's okay that you can't control your powers. That's the point of training. We're gonna, like, help you. And then she gets really mad about it. And then she runs away.
How about that shit? Yeah, I something definitely familiar. Makes sense. Moving on, we've got episode...
But she's also a fucking queen.
Yeah, no, we love
Just
Terra.
to end that episode. She's a fucking queen.
No, yeah, you're right. We did not give her enough praise. I absolutely love Terra. She's a great character. Love her whole outfit. She looks like she could just be going rock climbing. And, you know, just...
She had almost that, like... Do you remember Kim Possible? Like,
Yes.
I feel like she had that Kim Possible, like, vibe.
Yeah.
Which we live for.
I think it's the black tube top and cargo-esque shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
I couldn't remember what she wore exactly, but I was like, I definitely remember a tube top crop. Something's going on there.
Definitely it's definitely like it's definitely a big hem on those pants, and you've got Kim Possible, 100%.
Oh my god, yeah. Get some orange hair dye in here, let's go.
Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when. Alright, so on episode 17, we've got Only Human. This one is one of my favorite episodes because of just a one throwaway joke that I loved for the world building. I don't know why I was like, oh, that's so funny that they said it because of, like, Robin and because they did Nightwing and all this jazz. But when Cyborg beats a robot named Atlas in an online video game, he instead challenges Cyborg to a real physical fight. Just
pause there, right?
Sure, yeah, I was going to.
I'm so glad that it was just, like, looking back on this episode, right? Because this is something that I feel like you play online games,
Yes.
like we've both played Overwatch and shit like that before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you either get somebody saying, well, I'm gonna fuck your mom, or I could kick your ass in real life because you beat me at a video game. And it's so funny because then you look back on this and you're like, oh my god, it's so true though. Yeah. This is what they do.
These people exist. It's out there. And Atlas was trolling hardcore enough to challenge the man to hands in real life. Like, I get mad at Colton when he just completely destroys my life in Superior Strike Siblings. But, you know, like, I really can't stand him sometimes, but I never think to inflict physical violence on him. Specifically because...
I was gonna say, no joke, I played Mario Party over the weekend, and I won, right? I, completely bodied everybody. I'm, really proud of myself, because, I'm not that good at video games, but I, destroyed. And one of my friends was, joking with me the whole time, and he was like, oh, Rain, oh, I hate that you did this. And I'm like, bruh, I'm just, picturing in my head him being like, okay, Rain, come to my state and let's fight one-on-one. You beat me in Mario Party, now we're bringing it to fisticuffs.
10 paces, bro.
That's what this feels like. I can't wait to see you and Colton on stream, physically just, beating the shit out of each other because he beats you in fucking... Super Smash Fox only.
We're joking that this is a ridiculous thing, but this is the plot of the episode. This is what's happening.
Listen, Teen Titans World, this is real shit.
So he challenges Cyborg to a real physical fight. A fight that Cyborg loses due to Atlas having lesser limits on his strength. So I feel like we should probably let the audience in on that. Atlas is mechanical, much like Cyborg is.
He is full robot.
Right. So he's got those restrictor plates loosened. He's got himself well oiled. He doesn't have the same qualms about physically hurting people, I believe, as Cyborg does.
Yeah.
So Atlas then, like villains do, kidnaps Robin, Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy as his prize and challenges Cyborg to a rematch where his friends' lives are stake.
All right, I know that it's the plot. But imagine if you beat me at Smash, right? And I was like, hey, come fight me in hand-to-hand combat. And then I win. And then I kidnap Colton, Nicole, all of your, roommates. And I'm just like, hey, I kidnapped your friends. Fight me again. Not only did I already win the fight, but now I've just tripled the odds, the fucking demands or whatever for no reason.
Surely.
There was no reason. You already won the fight, and now you're and another thing, I decided you suck so much that I'm gonna kidnap your friends.
I'm gonna fight you again
and challenge you to a rematch.
Fight you again. Oh, I love that because as he's waiting for Cyborg to show up the second time, leads to that joke that I was talking about earlier. He's continuing to play video games, which is how this all started. Want to keep the audience well aware of that again. And he says something to the effect, I don't remember the name exactly, so I'm going to make up something. But it's as ridiculous as him saying, he wins and he goes, Jason M. from Gotham City, I own you. It's just so funny. And I'm like, Gotham City! It's you don't...
There it is.
They don't really make mention of a lot of DC stuff or other DC heroes in this. So the little nuggets that they drop are so very interesting that...
I was going to say, I think it's, you would probably know better than I would, right? It's a running thing. They, bring up Batman, but they never say Batman. Right? So they'll constantly kind of, pick fun at Robin, but there's never actually the mention of Batman. There's I think we talked about it in the first episode, there were the bats overhead and then it showed Robin, which I feel it's me because I don't know that much about the Batman series and how this works, but the point of the Teen Titans and shows like Young Justice is that Robin is standing on his own,
right?
So it fucks me up a little bit because I'm wait, what are we doing? We're making fun of him?
Are we supposed to care about Batman? Are we supposed to care about Batman? Are we not?
Because I'm me sitting there, I don't know where am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be yay, Batman? Or am I supposed to be fuck you?
Teen Titans.
I'm just trying to Teen Titans Go! Fuck Batman! I don't know what we're doing.
All right. I think that this is such a strange episode. We've given it all the time that we can, but I like this one. I thought it was fun. Episode 18, Fear Itself.
It's another top-notch episode.
Yeah, I like this one
me.
too. Yeah, I like this one as well. I remember this one. After I read it, I'm like, oh yeah, that one. The Titans pick up a horror movie called Wicked Scary.
It was made in Massachusetts. That's why it says Wicked. I'm so funny.
Wicked Scary. No, yeah. All Massachusetts critique is welcome on this podcast. After watching it, they're scared.
Sorry at all of my Massachusetts friends. I love you guys.
Apologies
just
to
not Massachusetts.
to Massachusetts.
Apologies to specifically the 5 people I know in Massachusetts.
Right.
That's it.
Apologies to the Franklin Institute Museum in Boston. Super lit. I would go again. The Titans pick up a horror movie called Wicked Scary. After watching it, they are scared out of their wits, although Raven refuses to admit this to the others. Due to Raven suppressing her fear, her powers cause strange things to start to happen in the tower during the night. Fucking scary.
All right.
Legitimately scary episode.
This episode takes all right, I'm going to say this, and Z, you're probably going to understand me because you are the same person.
Testify. Let's go.
I'm a white person.
Yes.
So, when I watch a scary movie with, a white person going into a haunted house, I'm always like, ugh, that's so fucking stupid. I would never. But Angela showed me a really broken down house the other day for, $120K, and I was like, we could fix it up. It's in the middle of no, it has a land around it, and I'm like, yeah, we won't die, we could fix it up. It's definitely haunted.
Super haunted.
I am a white person, you're a white person, but both of us would probably sit there and go, yeah, it's a fixer-upper. look at it has holes in the ceiling. The fans are drooping. It's one of those really fucked up houses.
There's an iron door with a lock a key that's missing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's gonna weirdly open in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna go down. But the point I'm making is that this is the kind of shit that would happen in that kind of house because we're white people that would buy that house. But this is also leads into I love scary movies. I don't know about you. I'm a big horror movie fan. But then I don't know if you're the same as me, but then at night I'll get up for a glass of water and I'm like, that monster is actually real and behind me.
100% I'm the same way. Yeah. No.
Me drinking my water, my hands shaking, those the TikToks that are this, where they're shaking their hands. That's me. And this episode, no joke, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, I'm so like Raven. I'd be sitting there going, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of anything. Movie, not scary at all. And then I'm in bed, curled under the blankets with a flashlight. The boogeyman's not real. The boogeyman's
Literally
not real. The boogeyman's not real.
Abby and I have a channel that we watch that does ghost videos, and they're like, is it real or is it not? And half the time I'm like, psh, nah. And then if you open the door to my bedroom, it's pretty much you see totally down the hallway into my kitchen, and I'm like, I'm just waiting for the day I see a silhouette.
Can you see the cabinets or anything in your kitchen? You just see one of them swing open, and you're just
just darkness. It's just darkness, just a pit of darkness.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's terrifying.
Our bedroom is in the complete back of the house, so even if you open the door, all you would see is a wall based on you've seen our house. Our hallways are really weirdly shaped.
Correct.
But we're right at the window with the the back of the house, so the garages, and we're next to a school. So sometimes we'll just hear shit, and I'm like, nope, that's it. It's a murderer. We're dead. It's a ghost. Our kitchen light's been flickering, and I'm like, oh my God, it's a ghost. But I'm joking. I'm like, oh, Fernando, stop that. But also, I'm like, we're probably haunted. The things that happen in Teen Titans Tower are gonna happen in my house. You're gonna see the giant shadow, tentacle coming through, slamming shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Raven could just have been that shit was kind of freaky, and then this not happened.
That shit was a little scary. Bro, you ain't gotta say that you're terrified, but you can just turn around and go, that was a little scary. That was a little spooked.
Yeah, especially because Tara's not here. You can't say that you're terrified at all.
when Colton makes those jokes, I purposely stay silent and then he'll be like, hello, is anyone there?
I got you on video. I saw you laugh.
You have to see me. But I will like stay silent when Colton makes those jokes, but they're such dad
They're
jokes.
the best. All right, we got episode 19, one of my favorite episodes.
Oh my god. I literally saw a video about this episode yesterday.
Date with Destiny. So this is an actual, this person, before we move on, is an actual Batman villain. It's not in the same way he was presented in Teen Titans, but I love the fact that this character showed up as a result.
I'm so glad you're telling me this, because I had no idea that was an actual Batman villain.
Killer Moth suddenly attacks the city with his army of, here we go, mutated, gigantic moths.
Is the mutation that they're gigantic,
Yes.
or is there a secondary mutation?
They also are like aggressive and
I don't remember.
aggressive and attack humans, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Because to my knowledge, my limited knowledge of insect vibes, I do not believe that moths are after human in any way. Not like your garden variety mosquito might be.
I think moths are after lampposts and light sources, but I have been wrong before.
So they outnumber the Titans. So as a result, Robin is forced to agree to Killer Moth's demands. So the Titans are legitimately defeated in this episode, which I think is something that we need to spend a moment on, at least.
I'm gonna be real. First of all, if a giant Mothman, not the Mothman, like a giant killer Mothman dude came up to me and then surrounded me with a bunch of gigantic mutated moths. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, mutated gigantic moths. Let me get that in the right order. I, too, would give up. I don't know about you. I would be surrendering. I would be like, whatever you want, I will do it. Like, just, can they go away? If they're, like, not here, I'd much better to agree. But yeah, no, I too would give up.
Yeah.
He would only need to send one and I would give up because I don't like bugs.
No way. No thank you. Those things got mouths. So, Killer Moth has a strange demand. Robin has no choice but to take his daughter Kitten to her senior prom, to Starfire's intense jealousy and anger.
Imagine.
Oh my god.
I want you to imagine being in this scenario, right? Like, all right, you worked for Batman, so you obviously know this man, right? Like, you know this villain. He surrounds your team, makes you guys fucking useless, right? Like, he's like, you are defeated. And then he goes, Robin, I want you to do what I demand. And he has all these killer moths around you, and you're like, oh my god, what the fuck do I do? Will you go to the senior prom with my daughter? Because she's actually insane and undateable.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Will you go? Would you go? Like, would you do a bro solid? I know that, like, I was like your villain and whatever, but like, do a bro solid and I'll go.
Don't know.
Me and the moths, we out. We'll be gone. Like, we'll be gone. But you gotta, like, please, dude, like, please take my daughter to the prom. I can't do this.
The episode starts off with Killer Moth and Kitten, actually, and and Kitten is obviously, as you just said, obviously very upset because she is insane thoroughly and doesn't have a date to prom as a result. And I remember they did like one of those like cutaway things where she says, I want the most, the roughest, toughest, most handsome man in town. And it just cuts to Robin on his motorcycle. So Robin does the fucking SpongeBob prom thing. He puts on the fucking tuxedo and he goes, and Killer Moth is there, and no one cares that a giant Mothman is there at this high school senior prom.
No, I feel like he probably, like, went early, right? And he, like, had someone hand out money or something and was like, you can't be weird when I show up with you can't. I will kill you. If you look at me funny, if you look at my daughter funny, I will end you.
I have moths all around this place.
So there is no giant moth at your prom.
I love that.
Everybody else, Sir?
I love the bot silence.
What do you mean?
So yeah,
I mean, there is no moth.
there was
I would cry.
there was a sequence,
sobbing.
I think, of Kitten trying to kiss Robin, and that doesn't go over well with Starfire, who is there, I believe, as well. But there's a button. There's like some sort of detonator that's going to release all of the moths or something, and they fight Killer Moth and Kitten, and eventually Robin gets a hold of the detonator. I think he catches it with his foot. He does that like catch it with the toe of your foot thing, and
Well, someone's gotta.
classic. And she said something like that, like, you belong to me or you're mine or something. And he goes, consider yourself dumped. And he fucking crushes it. And I'm like, my boy, let's go.
Robin was there like, no, listen. Absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah,
Which, me too.
that's the end of that one. It's a fun episode. I think it's strange. But this one is definitely strange, but hysterical. I love this episode. Episode 20, Transformation. This is the one where Starfire grows a huge lump on her forehead that she wakes up one day to discover. This is only the start of a bizarre string of transformations that affect her. Changes that interest a highly hostile creature very much. So, yeah, a lot of shit starts happening to our girl in this episode. She starts growing, like, furry hands and, like, weird claws and shit. God, I'll see if I can get an image of...
I was gonna be like, I don't remember much about this episode. Like, I gotta be real. I'm like, I definitely remember the giant, like, lump because it was very, like, the way they, like, animated it was very comedic.
Right.
But, like, if you... just like how earlier you were like, man, if you held a gun to my head, I wouldn't know. Like, I'd be dead. That's me about this episode. I'd be like, that was definitely an episode. I could not fucking tell you anything about it.
It sure did happen, didn't it? Yeah, alright.
That certainly was there.
I've got an image, so it seems like she gained, like, pointed ears and, it seems like Bigfoot hands and feet, as well as the horn. The horn changes from a little bit more, like, I guess, rounded to pointed, I guess is the only way to put it. So I just sent it to you on Discord, by the way. But yeah, Transformation. What a strange little episode. It eventually...
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember that. Now that I'm looking at it.
It eventually turns out to be, like, space molting. Like, she was just, like, going through, like, a weird...
It was like the Tamaranian version of puberty, except for theirs happens in like 2 days, and ours happens for years.
Right.
It is. It do be how
I
it be.
love that. Like, I mean, I'd love to have gotten all of that taken care of in a day. All right.
Same.
All right. Episode 21, Titan Rising. Excuse me, Titan Rising. February 28th, not like a whole lot of time between all of this being released. Like, they had them weekly episodes.
I was going to say, no, they were really on top of them being once a week up until, I think, the next episode. Yeah. I think then it starts kind of taking longer for episodes to come out.
Episode 21, Titan Rising. Terra reappears, claiming that she now has managed to completely control her powers, and asked if she is allowed to join the Teen Titans. Oh my god. Sweet baby girl. I love her. Imagine, like you're in charge of this very tight-knit group of superheroes. You've met other people that, like, fit the bill of someone who would, like, be a Teen Titan. Like, they gave a communicator to Aqualad and Tram, his little fish boy. But, like, he's like an unofficial Titan. He's not on the squad. He's, like, taking care of shit beneath the sea, like.
Yeah, they're like, we'll call you if we need you, but, like, you're not really on the squad, but you're, like, kinda on the squad.
You don't have a room in Titan's Tower or anything, like, nah.
Listen, like, we got a swimming pool if you want to, like, guest stay over, but, like.
However, Raven feels as though that there is something wrong with Terra. This creates tension between them as well as Terra and Beast Boy until the girls join forces to stop Slade in this episode, allowing kind of Raven to tentatively trust Terra, which was a lot of tease.
Yeah. Because this is where, like, what you were talking about of, like, Terra working with Slade comes in. Because, yeah, she does have control over her powers because she was working with Slade, who was like, yeah, I'll help you do that. But also,
what if I didn't?
Power ain't free. So, like, I'm just saying, like, you can control this, but also, we're gonna kill, like, the Teen Titans. I'm just letting you know. Like, that's, like, on the table. You like Beast Boy? No, he has to die too. So, like, you know, you really gotta, I'll kill you. Like, we can make a deal. Terra, god damn, I really want to control these rocks.
I must control the rocks. Oh my god. Okay. I talked about this episode in the previous Titans podcast that we did because I love this episode. It's called Winner Take All. During a fierce card game in the tower, Robin, Cyborg, and Beast Boy are zapped into an alternate dimension, along with other heroes. Aqualad returning guests. Not all heroes, in fact, because Gizmo is there, our little bald friend on the Hive team, with all of his robots and machines, as well as Speedy, who is actually an apprentice to Green Arrow, who is another DC superhero. And then
I know that one.
And then two I have no previous exposure to before watching the series, but two that I love a lot. One of them is only in this episode. I know that Hotspot, who has fire powers, or powers of the sun, as you might imagine, with the name Hotspot, is so cool. I believe he's in later episodes. He is in a comic that I had when I was a kid as well. But unfortunately, a one-episode appearance for Wildebeest, who I loved a lot. He was just a giant wildebeest in, like, a leather jacket and jeans, and he was just big and strong. I loved him.
I can't believe they put Colton in Teen Titans.
Oh, my God. Here they meet a character who, you know, I relate to, obviously. The Master of Games, who announces...
That's what Z goes by on the weekends.
Who announces that they are invited to a battle tournament to decide who is the greatest warrior of all time. Cyborg, however, soon starts to suspect that the tournament is of being more than what the Master of Games tells them. Yeah, that's a crazy episode, and I really just recommend everybody just watch that front to back. I don't have anything else to say on it. Just go and watch it because it speaks for itself. It's a fantastic fucking episode.
I confused this episode with a different
That's
episode.
Okay.
So I thought this was an episode that happens, I think, in season 4, where they make the second group of Titans, like, what is it, Teen Titans East or, like, West, like, you know, when they were like, oh, we're gonna, and they all get zapped by the TV villain.
Control Freak.
And he's like, well, I don't believe you guys are actually Titans, and you have to prove it. And that's what I thought this was. Clearly this is not. And I do remember this episode. I think this is a great episode. I just confused them, and I was like, wait a minute, that didn't happen yet. Am I missing something? But no, I do remember this. Also, like, any chance to, like, see Speedy and, like, Aqualad, I'm gonna take.
Yeah,
so.
Speedy's a good man. And he and Rock...
This is... Oh, no, go finish, because I was gonna say something about
nothing crazy. Else. Just, like, he and Robin had weird beef during this episode. And, like, I think they're the final round in the tournament, and they're fighting, and they have, like, a very, like... It's a very, I would say, intimate moment where they're, like... It's like a bow and bow staff standoff. They're like trying to push pressure on each other, and he says, "Winning's not the only thing." And Robin goes, "It's the only thing that matters." Oh my god, awful!
I love that because what I was gonna say is this is the last weekly episode that came out, because after this you don't get another episode until July 31st.
Yeah.
So this episode came out March
That's quite a
6th,
gap.
and then you don't get anything until July 31st.
It's quite a gap. But July 31st, a couple days after I turned 10 in 2004. Betrayal, episode 23. Tara has now been accepted as a Titan and has gained her team's trust. Everything seems perfect, and she is doing brilliantly in defeating villains. She has a real home and is even enjoying a blossoming romance with Beast Boy. Adorable. Beast Boy Tara, like, while Beast Boy and Raven is, like, obviously sublime.
You know, Beast Boy and Raven,
Sublime.
top tier, but, like, Beast Boy Tara hits, like, I feel like those two hit different brain
Underrated.
inches.
Underrated. I would say underrated overall. That's
But where?
underrated.
I was gonna be like, but as a gay, where is the Raven
Correct.
Tara ship? Because that's where I will be. But this was really cute. Like them together, I thought was really cute.
However, as Beast Boy and Tara go out on a date, the tower is all of a sudden assaulted by an army of Slade's robots. So we're meant to believe that Slade, like, kind of caught the Teen Titans slipping, caught them by surprise. But in essence, Tara was meant to remove Beast Boy from Titan's tower and keep him away during the fight. Because I think that, like,
Yeah.
while, you know, Cyborg is obviously very important to the team, obviously very strong, I think Beast Boy has a lot of crowd control, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like Beast Boy has, because he can turn into like a T-Rex and a gorilla and
Rhino,
all those
yeah.
giant things. Yeah, and Rhino, he can like take out a lot, especially if they're like the Slade robots, like a lot at once. And I'm not saying that Cyborg can't do the same thing, or like Raven and Starfire can't, because they can. Sorry, Robin, like the one-on-one fighting is not going to help you here. And also Robin would be too busy being like, it's Slade, I gotta get Slade. You know, Beast Boy definitely has like the most potential to ruin Slade's plan. I think what really gets me is like Tara starts having like second guesses of like, oh my god, I should tell them what I'm doing. But Slade has this like, hey, if you tell them, I'm just gonna kill you. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna fucking like be dead. You're gonna ruin like your friendships with them anyway. Like, you know, and like they give her a room where like the ceiling is the stars because she's used to camping out, and like Beast Boy makes her like a little like heart dish, right? And it like opens like its little box, and then this shit happens.
Yeah, it's really sad because obviously Beast Boy blames himself, and obviously he, if I remember correctly, hold on, let me take a look. No, I think this may be the time where Beast Boy figures it out. I don't know, can't quite remember, but either way, you gotta feel partially responsible if your friends get messed up by a bunch of robots, and you're on a date, you know, like...
It's definitely in that episode when that happens, because the episodes to follow that have Tara, he is already feeling like shitty about it.
I was almost certain,
Like, yeah, because like I believe at the end of that episode, like obviously Tara like turns and goes, "I'm sorry, Beast Boy," and like just goes back to Slade. And Beast Boy definitely is like, I remember him like sitting in her room at the end of that episode and being like, I should have known, like, kind of thing. That's like fucking heartbreaking, man.
Poor boy.
Fucking season 2 really came for my life. Not the next episode.
This one is
the next
weird.
episode. Fucking I skip this episode every time. This is not an episode I can sit through.
Weird. Just reading the recap for it.
Imagine having this episode the previous week that we just like discussed, how, oh my god, heart-wrenching, and then they do this shit.
Okay.
Please, Z, read to
I'm
the
gonna
people.
try. Okay, episode 24, Fractured. That's gonna be our last episode before the 2-part season finale. So we're almost finished. Are we making good time tonight, Rain? Let's see. Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah. I was gonna say my timer's a little off than yours because I started my recording earlier,
good.
but we're making good time.
So episode 24, Fractured.
Do you want me to read this one?
Sure,
Should
go
I
for
read
it.
this
You know,
one?
if you want to, go for it.
Because I was following
Please,
along.
please,
so.
I beg you. You're the one that gave me the wiki, so I've never had someone do this unless I'm not on the podcast, so go for it.
I hate this episode, so I'm so sorry, team. During a chase of the villain Johnny Rancid on the R-Cycle, Robin's motorcycle, for those who don't know what we're talking about.
As if you couldn't get that. Oh my god.
Well, you'll get it from the next sentence. Robin, now you figured it out, breaks his arm. The R-Cycle is wrecked, and Rancid gets away. Robin is blaming himself for Johnny Rancid's escape when suddenly, an interdimensional version of himself called...
Please try.
I can't.
Do you want me to tag in for this?
I'm gonna need you to pronounce it because friends and family following along. It's Dick Grayson.
It is Dick Grayson backwards.
And no Siarg kicked. Is it kicked? I don't know.
Nasiarga
Is it kid? I'm like, is the C silent? Do we just call him kid?
I wish I could hear how they did it in the episode. I thought it would.
Yeah, I hate this for me. He bursts out from Robin's skull when Larry, parentheses, the name the Teen Titans decide to call him out of the simplicity and not trying to pronounce what the fuck I just said, breaks his magic finger. Take that as you will. Reality becomes distorted. For those wondering, it's literally his actual finger. He breaks it, but he's like this really annoying little kid dressed as Robin, and he's like, I'm magic, I can fix your arm, which he obviously doesn't fix his arm, and everything gets fucked up.
I do not remember this one at all. Yeah. I just typed it into images in Google. I'm gonna see if I can see this motherfucker.
Oh my god, okay. He tell me when you see him, because I can see him in my head, because I have such a burning hatred for him, and you're supposed to not like him. He's supposed to be an annoying little kid. That's the point, and I do get that, but also there's I think the point of the episode is you shouldn't be working yourself so hard or some shit like that, which is really hard of a, I guess, lesson to teach superheroes.
Yeah. I gotta say, this is not the move. I just don't want to look at this anymore. I'll be real with you.
Yeah. I recommend everybody just go look it up. He also has the most annoying voice ever. So just look it up. Listen to a voice clip, maybe see the annoying shit that he does.
So once again,
I'm
seeing another DC reference in the character of Batmite. There's a character of Batmite that is from an alternate dimension and follows Batman's stories. He's a superhero over across all universes to Batmite, and is Batman's #1 super fan and knows everything about him and shit.
Does he break his magic finger?
No fucking idea. I honestly have no idea.
Imagine. I'm gonna text you randomly, and I'm just gonna be like, Z, the magic finger, it's broken. Oh no, the magic finger.
Yeah,
it's broken. I'm
not seeing anything
now.
about magic fingers, but he definitely has magic. He definitely is a creature that can. Right, so on one episode of Teen Titans Fractured had the appearance of a very similar character called, Dick Grayson backwards, but whom Beast Boy renamed Larry. He claims to be his dimensional incarnation of Robin. They are proven to be genetically identical, indicating the identity of Robin as Dick Grayson. So, yeah, I think it's just the creators giving him a Robin Batmite. So that's interesting.
They really... I guarantee you they're back sitting at the creative table, right? And they're like, all right, we're going to hit him really hard with this Terra episode. But we we can't just go right into like the finale. You know, maybe we move like the dog episode back? Should we not like be doing that? And someone stands up from like the other side of the table. They do the anime glasses thing. The light reflects off their glasses. No, it's him. Let him speak, someone says from the other side of the table. Have you guys ever seen Batmite? We should do that to Robin. And they all stand up in slow clap.
Oh god.
He's a genius.
Yeah, honestly, probably what happened. 2BH.
It's like their intern that like goes to get the coffee.
The intern.
Yeah. He becomes a full story, right?
Executive producer, Jared the intern. All right, we've got episodes 25 and 26, part 1 and part 2 of the Teen Titans Season 2 season finale. Premiering on August 14th and then August 28th of 2004. Sorry, 21st, excuse me. We've got Aftershock Part 1. The Titans are enjoying a ride in the T-car when they are suddenly attacked by Terra, who has now become Slade's new apprentice. After a fierce battle between them and their former teammate, the Titans are defeated and assumed dead. Are you fucking kidding me? What?
Yeah, oh my god. I remember this, and I remember sitting there and like, obviously, like, when we were kids, I didn't have the greatest understanding of how, like, TV shows worked because I didn't watch that many. Also because I watched anime, so those lasted for, you know, like, years before seasons ended. Like, you know.
True.
I watched Naruto. That shit went, like, 78 episodes before they were like, and we're halfway through the season. So I was like, oh my god, is this the end of the show? Do they lose?
Right.
Do they lose? Is that the end?
No way. No, I just saw a black mass move over your screen.
Oh my god, Colton, don't fucking leave this in. I will actually kill you. So sorry if there's a weird cut in this audio, friends. My kitten jumped on my laptop and stopped the recording, so we had to start from the middle. But what I was saying was, like, you know, I thought this was the end of the series. I thought the Teen Titans were dead. And I was like, right. Wow, fucking dark. I was 9 turning 10 this year, so, like, that's kind of fucking harsh. But then, you know, the next week happened and there was a part 2, and I was like, oh, that's not how it works.
I can remember being unwell as well. I was like, oh, fuck. I figured that, like, that wasn't the end, but, like, yeah, like, I think, like, a news report goes out that they're, like, taken out or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my lord.
I believe the next episode starts showing Slade and Terra have taken over the one and only Jump City. Can't let y'all forget where this takes place, which is Jump City.
Hey, what you gonna do? Oh, my god, yeah. You're right. You're 100% right. Aftershock Part 2, the Teen Titans have been, quote-unquote, defeated, and the city has been conquered by Slade, with Terra in tow, having completely accepted Slade as her master. However, the Titans are, in fact, not dead.
Fucking plot twist.
They are not dead, having been able to regroup underground. Nice. Like, what? How do you just, like, have that cohesive, like, teamwork?
I love that, because Terra can control the earth, right? She makes, like, the huge earthquake and, like, the cave starts, like, coming in or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, they all think that they're fucking dead. And just imagine crawling through, like, the underground and just meeting up and being like, all right, team, that really fucking sucked. Let's get it together. Let's make them think that we're dead. And then we'll kill them. Because I'd just be like, no, just let them think I'm dead. I'm tapping out.
I'm going to change my costume up. I'm thinking about a name change. Thinking about a mask. Maybe a cape.
I'm actually thinking of changing cities. This is Jump City. You think we got, like, Casual Walk City? I'm thinking that's where I'm looking.
How can I get on the next train to Hoptown?
Y'all ever been to Leapland?
Leapland!
Hopping Hill.
Hopping Hill. I cannot. Fucking hell.
I'll be here all week.
The Teen Titans are, in fact, not dead, having been able to regroup underground. Now convinced that Terra was never their friend, they are determined to bring her and Slade down, bringing us to the traumatic and dramatic climax of Season 2. The Titans still alive, thank God, and resolving to obviously beat their longtime villain, but someone who's kind of suckered in, somebody who they considered a friend, led into their home. Hell, led onto their team, which Aqualad's not on the team, Speedy's not on the team. They all get their own little communicators, except for Gizmo, after that one episode. So, Wildebeest, Hotspot, all of them official, like, unofficial Titans, but Terra was in the mansion.
Yeah.
Terra was in the team, in Titan's Tower. That's different.
It's like, I know we talked about this a lot in the first episode we did of this, and I have to bring it back, because if, like, I don't, who's going to? But Slade, my dude,
Slade,
why are you so obsessed? Because, like, it really, like, it still boggles my mind, because I feel like throughout this entire show, I still don't actually understand what Slade's deal is.
No.
Like...
No, he's just ambiguously evil.
Like, I understand, like, other villains have had, like, their reasons for being villains, but Slade just kind of shows up and is like, yeah, I'm just, like, weirdly obsessed with this teenager with no superpowers. And, like, it really, then, like, I feel like this season, it wasn't necessarily like, I'm obsessed with Robin and Robin has to die. Like, he was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just take the whole team out this time. Because now, now it's not personal anymore. Just all of a sudden, it's no longer a personal thing.
Nope, not anymore.
It really fucks me up. Also, this episode, really fucking sad. Because is this the episode, I think this is, where the ending, they're, like, having this huge fight. And, like, Beast Boy is like, no, I'm gonna talk Terra out of this. And he does. But she kind of goes, hey, I'm the only one who's gonna stop what I started. And she sacrifices herself to save everyone else.
Yes. Wait, is that... I think that might be at the end of next season.
I don't know. I thought it was the end of this season. Because then there's the whole story arc of, like... Story arc. I say that like it's not like 2 episodes, like at the end of the series. I might be jumping ahead because I just got so excited to talk about Terra and Beast Boy.
True.
But like,
true.
Hold on, where am I? Don't want to answer that. Oh my god,
where am I?
My Wikipedia scrolled all the way down to season 4.
Okay, I gotcha.
No, because the next season's all about Titans East, right? And then the season after that is Raven's stuff with her dad. I feel like I'm right.
I think this is it. I think you're right.
Because the next time we see Terra, and I'm putting that in quotes, is like way later, and I think like the last season, as a normal schoolgirl who has no idea why Beast Boy is like coming up to her and being like, "Oh my God, Terra, it's you!
Right.
No, like we made a statue for you. Like you're dead."
I was gonna bring up the statue. Yeah, they like make a stone statue of Terra in underneath the city that like no one would really be able to see, but it's like a tribute in her sacrifice. So holy shit, yeah, and I mean poor Beast Boy. Like, I mean he really liked her. So like it's like really messed up to probably watch her die. And you know, that's just the superhero gig. Like that's an unfortunate part of the job.
There's like this weird, I don't really know what the word is, I guess, like this, I have like such a weird feeling when it comes to the ending of this season. Because like, you're right, Beast Boy really liked her. Like, this wasn't just oh, hey, that's a pretty girl, I'm gonna hit on her the way that Beast Boy does. This was like a genuine, no, like, I understand her, I want to, like, get to know her, I really like her. And then when everyone else is like, hey, she's gonna fucking kill us, dude, like, we just gotta fight her. And, like, you know, they already thought they killed us, like, this is a now or never thing. And he's like, no, I can still talk her out of it. It's Terra. It's Terra. You guys, I think if it was me, y'all would do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And then he does get through to her. And, like, it's just... I have such a weird feeling about shows like this where, like, the hero doesn't get a good ending.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like...
I'm a slut for that.
Like, that's the thing, right? I like it. And I really think that it was great that Tara sacrificed herself and, like, turned around and was like, you know what, Slade? F you. I'm gonna fucking end it myself. But I'm also, like, it, like, hurts because I love Beast Boy. And, like, for him to, like, have this, like, heartbreaking, like, ending to the season. And I think, like, you know, he brings flowers to the statue and stuff. Like... I'm like, I'm so mad because I want him to have good things, but also, like, I'm so happy because, yes, the sacrifice. I love when heroes do that shit.
Yeah, man. You know, it's good writing. It was really good writing. The earlier seasons, I think they're unfuckwittable. They're a classic. I really enjoy the ability talking about them and remembering them now. And, you know, I was starting to read stuff into, like, season 5. Like, I'm definitely going to have to, like, watch that if we get that far. Because, like,
we better
it's,
get
like,
that
stuff
far.
that I don't remember. There's stuff that I don't remember from that. So it's a really great show. Obviously, it has a ton of nostalgia value for the people that have watched it before. I'm sure anybody who's watched it before would have just as much of a great time doing it again.
I also...
Especially season 2.
The season 2 was great. I also want to point this out because I think that you would think this is kind of weird. For the way that they broke down the seasons, did you see when the first episode of season 3 aired? Versus the ending of season 2? Season 2 ends August 21st, 2004. Season 3... is August 28th, 2004.
August 28th, 2004.
So there was no break. There was no break.
Oh, holy shit.
They ended season 2 and they went right into season 3 because that's how they broke them down.
Well,
so we watched this so differently than you would watch it now.
Well, in the spirit of Teen Titans, Rain and I are not going to take a break. We're going to roll right into season 4. We're going to do the entirety of season 4 tonight.
Oh, we're going to do... this is actually a 4-hour episode where Z and I break down every episode from every season, and then
frame
we're even going to go
frame.
back and do season 1, so we could talk more about Slade being creepy. And at the end, this will somehow, from Spotify, turn into a live stream video of Z and I hand-making our cosplays. While simultaneously challenging Colton to a fight if he beats us in Smash Brothers.
It's funny because it's true. It is funny because it's true. Oh, my God. All right. So that's another episode. That's another season of Teen Titans in the bag. Fuck yeah. I don't know what else to say. I can't wait for the next one. You know?
I can't wait to talk about more weird shit because in season 3, I think there's like another couple of really weird episodes.
One of my favorite episodes in season 3. One of my favorite villains as well.
My God. There's an episode, and I can't remember what season it's in. I think it might be in season 4, but like I feel like me and you are gonna have the same fucking opinion about it. I'm so excited.
Frequently a vibe. We can frequently find a vibe between each other. So
it's so true.
Yeah, so I'm going to plug my myself real quick. You can catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/uneasy. I don't stream very often, but I will. So consider it an investment. You can also find me on Instagram at ZFormArts. That's at ZEEFormArts. I do commissions. I would love to do some Teen Titans artwork and general DC artwork. Any sort of artwork, just feel free to DM me if you want. And I think then we talk. My rates are individualized, so if you don't need something terribly intricate, then you don't have to break the bank. And if you do, then I'm willing to work with you. So please feel free to come by and let me know.
He is willing to personally go to the bank and withdraw the money from your account.
That is correct. I'm willing to break it too. I'm willing to just like come in there with a hammer. Well, thank you all for watching, listening. Rain, do you have anything?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at ProHeroRain, and you could follow me on Twitch at ProHeroRain, because I'm moving, so I'm gonna start streaming when that's done.
Right. Now we'll finally catch up with Colton.
And he's not here, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a nice person.
Yes, you should.
If you're interested in anything Final Fantasy XIV related, Smash or Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think he's doing... Oh god, what game just came out? Is it Halo? Is it
Yes.
Halo that just came out?
Halo
I'm
Infinite.
so bad at that. Go check out C-Easy Special on Twitch. He streams Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays, I think. Definitely
bunch of
Fridays and
times.
Sundays.
bunch of
Whenever he
times, he'll have it on
decides,
his-
really.
He'll have it on his
He just-
profile, I think.
Yeah, he just kind of shows up when he wants to. But go check that out. Those are a lot of fun. Colton and I are also going to be doing a Mario Party stream soon, which if you have that Z, you should join us. Tryforce Mario Party stream, where I hopefully win.
All right.
Hopefully.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to steal a star from you, maybe.
I can't wait to get the boo belt. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends. I think that we're pretty cool.
Yeah, I think we're pretty cool, too.
Specifically this episode. Specifically this one, though. like this one. This is the Z-Rain special.
Let's go.
But anyway, thank you guys so much. And tune in next week where we talk about something else.
Something else. Yes.
Have a good night, everyone.
Woo!